Nothing just happens. Nothing. And hope springs from the belief in the sovereignty of God. I don't know what's happening or what will happen, but I believe and I have hope because he's a good God and he's always up to something and he's always at work. There's nothing that just happens. It just so happens the land was owned by Boaz. If the field was owned by a gracious man outside of the clan, then the royal line of David and Jesus is not preserved. But it just so happens this man was inside the clan. If the royal line if the field was owned by a family member in the clan, but not gracious, and so Ruth and Naomi die, then the royal line of Jesus and David is not preserved. There is no chance. There is nothing that just happens. Something bigger is happening. Something bigger is orchestrating. Could it be the God of the universe at work in the worst of times? At work in the most mundane moments, just going out to work the fields for the day, and it just so happens. As one writer points out, it was the Lord who stopped the famine, who bound Ruth to Naomi. It was the Lord who preserved Boaz for Ruth. It was no coincidence that Ruth happened to come find Boaz's field. The Lord is kind. He is good to all who take refuge under his wings. When you have nothing else to cling to, cling to God's goodness, his love for his children, his absolute control over everything. You cling to that through the heartache. You cling to that through the famine. Hope springs from a robust belief in God's sovereignty. It gives us hope, even in the midst of uncertainty and chaos and pain. You just never know when something might just happen to you.